Okay, so you may or may not be aware of this, but a couple of weeks ago, Curtilane3 did a video where he started a new meme, similar to the 5 facts meme that went around a while ago, but different in the specifics, as I shall briefly explain. You can read the full rules of the meme out in the video description. The point of the meme is basically that each person reviews 2 channels, talking about what's on them and what's especially good about those channels, and of course passing the meme on to those 2 YouTubers so that they can in turn review 2 more channels each, and so on and so forth. The meme is limited to non-theists, and there's a minimum gap of at least 5 days between links in the chain. Of course, I have gone quite a bit beyond that gap, because I had trouble finding people to review, but also because, as you all know by now, I'm a lazy git. But anyway, Curtilane3 gave me a very nice review, so I want to thank him very much for that. And if you aren't familiar with Curtilane3, I recommend you go check him out. He's well worth a subscription. I'll put a link over in the video description. And now, it's my turn. The first channel I want to review is Lago64. Now, Larry, as his name is out in the real world, is both funny and intelligent and does videos on a wide range of subjects. His videos, like most videos here on YouTube, are in the vlog format, that is, he's sitting and talking to the camera. Sometimes he does this floating head thing, which is quite cool, where all you can see is his head on a pitch black background. And one funny thing, he usually has trouble locating the finish and exit button, which after a while becomes a source of some humor. Another thing worth noting is that he has quite a few playlists with compilations of some of the best videos from different atheists, so those are definitely worth checking out too. Anyway, he talks about a variety of subjects. Lately he's been telling a lot of jokes, and he also recently did a series called Prophecy Shmophecy, about predictions of the end of the world, which was quite good. I'll link the first video on the Prophecy Shmophecy series over in the description box, and I'll also put a few links to some of his other videos over there. The first one of these is actually a response to another user's video entitled What Would Be Proof of a God? And here Larry answers this question. And of course, any answer to that question will always be purely personal, but I find that I agree with most of the things he says in this video, and even when I don't, I find his opinion interesting. Another video I'll link to is his video entitled God Flies and Is Seen? Yes and No, where he talks about the Bible and what it says about the nature of God, this being of course the Judeo-Christian God. Very interesting stuff and definitely worth watching. The last one's called Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, which is basically Larry reading a poem by Robert Frost. If poetry's not your thing, you might want to skip that one, but I found it well worth the viewing. And it's a short video, so it's not like you're wasting a lot of time, even if you don't like it. Anyway, go check him out. Second review, I'll be reviewing Sonia1. Now, Sonia is also one of my favorite YouTubers, not only because she's intelligent and funny, but also because she has a very clear understanding of the issues she talks about. Once again, the format is mostly vlogging, i.e. she talks to the camera, but Sonia also does videos very similar to my own in style. She focuses on Islam in particular, rather than general theism, and of course, as can be imagined, this leads to some angry feedback from the League of Offended Muslims. This in turn has led to Sonia starting a weekly feature called Retarded Comments. I'll link to the first one of those videos over in the description box. Again, I will also link a few more of her videos over in the description box. The first one of these is called Don't Insult Islam, That's So Silly, where she discusses the idea that we should respect other people's beliefs merely because they believe them. And I think she pretty much manages to cover all the bases in those 4.5 minutes, including the whole issue of people actively seeking out stuff which they know will piss them off, which is a silly idea, although I must admit I sometimes do that myself, mostly for inspiration of course, but yeah. Anyway, the second video I want to link is called I Tolerate Muslims but I Mock Islam, I Have a Right To. That video is one of her more spontaneous videos, but she talks about a very important issue in my opinion, namely of course the right to criticize religions. So it's definitely worth watching. The last one I want to link is called Stalin Kills for Atheism, which is a really short video, only about 35 seconds, but it really made me laugh, and I'm hoping it'll make you laugh as well. I'm assuming you can figure out the topic from the title. Anyway, that's it. You now have a shitload of links to go check out, and some people you may want to subscribe to, so I'm going to stop this here and await the video responses of Lago64 and Sonia1. Peace!